let's just jump into this right here off the top, right here off the bat. So I'm going to just simply read from this Bleacher Report article by Scott Polasek. This came out on Friday, obviously. I'm just going to read the exact quotes from the NCAA report. This isn't, the evil media coming after the big, nice Michigan people. This isn't me. This isn't me, the Spartan being so mean to. This is just what the NCAA said. And then I'll give my commentary. Anyhow, let's just jump into this. And I quote, "The Michigan football program committed violations involving an off-campus, in-person scouting scheme, impermissible recruiting inducements and communications, head coach responsibility rules, individuals' failures to cooperate, and Michigan's failure to monitor," the NCAA said in release. The scouting violations orchestrated by former football staff member Connor Stalions were corroborated by interview testimonies, ticket receipts, and transfer data and other evidence. Blah, blah, blah. Scroll. As a result of Michigan's most recent infractions case, 3 parties, Michigan, Harbaugh, and more, fall within the legislative window to trigger repeat violator status. Michigan's repeat violator status, coupled with its level 1 aggravated case classification, is sufficient grounds for a multi-year postseason ban. However, the panel determined a postseason ban would unfairly penalize student athletes for the actions of coaches and staff who are no longer associated with the Michigan football program. Thus, the panel determined a more appropriate penalty is an offsetting financial penalty instead of 2-year postseason ban. End quote. So cheating is just legal. I mean, you basically, if you're Michigan, you paid like $30 million for a championship. Why isn't my team cheating? Why isn't everybody cheating? Like, what? At that point, I guess it's not cheating if everybody's cheating, because then it's just how it works, But I got to tell you, it'd be one thing if the NCAA just said, "In our findings, we determined this was the suitable penalty." End quote. Just like that, like nothing. They said, this is what gets me. They said, based on all these things, repeat violator status, level 1 aggravated case classification, grounds for multi-year postseason ban. They even said a 2-year postseason ban. They even gave you a number. They said, yeah, we don't want to punish the kids. And why would you want to punish the kids? I mean, after all, the kids have already been punished because for, 4 years, Michigan was cheating like an adulterous man having an affair. He's at a Coldplay concert. Michigan was cheating like crazy. Now, here's the thing, okay? I just want to establish this because I know that all the very smart and very football savvy Michigan fans who definitely did not go to the University of Michigan, but that has nothing to do with the fact that they are not so smart. That has nothing to do with that fact. I am offering you now this proposition, okay? You can choose one narrative of these two that I give you. You cannot choose both, okay? Here we go. Narrative number 1. Connor Stalions did absolutely nothing. His impact was completely minimal on the team. The team was good enough to win without him. It doesn't matter. He could have been, videotaping Ohio State, their weekend plans. He could have been videotaping everything about Ryan Day's life. It wouldn't matter because Michigan is just so good and so amazing, and they didn't need any help at all. Okay? Narrative number 2, Connor Stalions is a hero. He's being smeared by the evil fake news media because he's just so smart, and he helped resurrect the Michigan program. And I hope one day he comes back and he's the coach of Michigan because he's so great, and he helped bring Michigan back from the brink of destruction, from when we were in the dark days of early Jim Harbaugh before he started cheating. And then he brought us back into the days of cheating Michigan, I guess. Those are your two options. And both of them cannot be true at the same time. Because if he did nothing, then why was he paying thousands of dollars to go send people to games to record other teams' signs? If he did nothing, then why was he employed in the first place? And if he did nothing, why would Jim Harbaugh give him the game ball after the Big Ten championship? I didn't reveal that footage. He revealed that footage in that stupid documentary he wanted to release. Because, of course, obviously he did do something. And obviously he had an impact. If he didn't have an impact, why in the world was he on the team? Like, if I got hired on Jonathan Smith's, coaching crew for whatever reason, they brought me on. I don't know why they would bring such a man on as myself, but whatever. They decided they wanted to bring me on. Don't you think that there'd be a reason for that? It wouldn't just be because they're just such nice people and because I went there for 4 years. I don't think that would be the reason. Obviously, they brought him in to do some shenanigans, to do some chicanery, to do some tomfoolery. And they got caught with their pants down. He was wearing spy glasses in our stadium on Central Michigan's sideline, which I don't even know how Central Michigan's football program is still in existence, but it is what it is. They got caught, and that's it. That's the reality. And look, here's my thing. I never really expected any major punishment. I would have been shocked if there was a real postseason ban, although I do find it funny that the NCAA is like, yeah, it was bad enough for a postseason ban, but we didn't want to punish the kids. Like, great. Very nice of you, NCAA. Thank you for that consideration. But yeah, I didn't expect anything big. I mean, all of the people involved have already left. Jim Harbaugh ran away. He ran away to get cigarettes and milk. Chris Partridge destroyed evidence and then got fired for destroying said evidence. Connor Stallions got fired for getting exposed as a dirty lying cheater. Like, all of the people, except for, I guess, Sharon Moore, are gone. All the players that benefited are gone. All the coaches are gone. It's over. They got away with murder. What should have happened realistically, and you can't go back at this point, what should have happened is their season should have just ended as soon as they got caught. They should not have been playing football games. But the NCAA and the Big Ten decided to let them play it out. And now we're here. Now we're at a point where we realize that it's as bad as everybody initially was speculating it to be. And there's nothing more. There's nothing you can do. They got away with it. So credit to Michigan for getting away with cheating. I'm not even being, facetious here. I genuinely it's impressive that they managed to get away with this. But what I'm not going to do is pretend that they got away with nothing. Like that's what's so funny is that it's like, oh, we got away with it. With what? I thought you guys didn't cheat. I thought Connor Stallion didn't do anything. He was basically just a mascot essentially. But look, the real punishment is not the fine of $30 million or whatever it is. It's not the show causes for Connor Stallions and Jim Harbaugh, because neither of those guys are going to be coming back to college football anyway. It's not the suspension for Sharon Moore. It's none of that. The real punishment is that forever, the Michigan program, until they can manage to, bring themselves back out of the brink again, will be known as having their only success in the 21st century marred by this cheating scandal. Whether or not they could have or should have or whatever, whether or not they could have won without the cheating is completely out of the question. You're the Houston Astros. You're the 2017 to 2019 Houston Astros. And maybe a little bit before that. You will forever just be known as the guy or the team that had the guy on Central Michigan's sidelines on national television against Michigan State. That's what you're going to be known for. You're going to be known for the guy who was paying people $30,000 up to for tickets to record iPhone footage of the other team. This is what you're going to be known for. So just say, yeah, we played dirty. We won a championship. It was great. I don't care. Just say that, and I will be able to respect you much more. What I don't want to hear is that we never cheated, without a doubt, we're so good. We got away with it. The NCAA, they can't do anything, which obviously, fact check true, as far as I'm concerned. The NCAA can't do anything about it. But now that this is all done, All right. Now that we're through this forest, well, actually, we're not totally done because Michigan is appealing the punishment. Why? Because F you, that's why. They might as well. At that point, I'm like, yes, go, Michigan, go. Go, appeal the punishment. Because I kind of want to see if they can legitimately get away with this. Like to the point where there's no punishment. Like, if they can get it to where Sharon Moore doesn't even get suspended next year, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. So, but now, okay, now that is through, seemingly. Here's my message to all the teams playing Michigan this year. Just beat them. I mean, obviously, some of these teams I can't rely on. I mean, I think they play Central Michigan this year. Actually, I don't know if they play Central. I know they play New Mexico. That's who they open with. I'm just tired of this fan base thinking that, their bleep don't stink. So just beat them, okay? Or just start cheating. Because basically, you've been told by the NCAA that if you're a big enough program, if you make college football enough money, if you're a big enough brand, you can just cheat. So Ohio State, start cheating. Michigan State, start cheating. Penn State, start cheating. Alabama, Auburn. I mean, maybe some of these, you might say, they already cheat. All right, well, then cheat harder. I don't know. Like, cheat and get caught and don't just, lie, basically. So, the NCAA, they don't care if you cheat, evidently. Michigan fans don't seem to care about cheating, so they got no room to complain if Ohio State starts cheating. All they got to do is take it, just like they've had to take it for the last 4 years or so. But I am glad that this is over, because now we can just move on, hopefully. And Michigan will just be stuck with this reputation. They will always and forever, at least in my mind, and in many other people's minds, people who believe in reality, I guess, be known as the cheaters and best. So, keep convincing yourself they're not, Michigan fan, but that's your punishment. Your punishment is you're going to have to, every single day, every single moment, anytime this team is brought up, you're going to have to pretend as though they're not what they are. And that, to me, is worth way more than any suspensions or postseason bans could ever be. Hey, YouTube, if you like clips like that, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. We've got live shows every Tuesday night. Hope to see you there.